There's a new block coming to Minecraft, and I have it in this hole.
Now that Minecraft Live is just 5 days away, Mojang have started dropping some serious hints. We now know there's going to be a new item in the update they'll reveal, and that this involves leather, water, and the nether. But what could that possibly mean, and how does it relate to all of the other things we've seen? Well, Minecraft themselves aren't giving up the answers easy, as you'll see if we finish this short from the intro.
I was told something is going to happen if I soak it in water. Wait for it. Wait for Minecraft Live to see what happens.
Okay, that's a good hook. It does make you want to watch Minecraft Live, but it is just the first of 5 teasers they posted to 5 separate platforms, and I will share all of them with you today because, hello, I'm AbYX by the way, and I just got back from a flight that I specifically booked on a Tuesday because I know that most Minecraft news happened on a Wednesday. That was before we learned that Minecraft betas are now a Tuesday thing, and apparently so too are the Minecraft big reveals, because it's not just this YouTube short, they also posted something very different to their TikTok.
I'm thirsty. Refreshing.
I mean, if I'm being picky here, I liked the voice from the YouTube short more than this one. This was a little bit annoying, but what's interesting is this almost certainly seems like it's a hint towards sponges coming to Minecraft, and so you heard it here first, sponges confirmed for Minecraft. Except, wait, we already have those in the game, differently colored sponges? By itself, I would think that is the most likely outcome, but we have that YouTube short confirming that there's going to be some block, and that block is going to do something weird when wet, and that probably isn't going to be the sponge, not least because of what we see in our third hint. This is from Minecraft on Twitter, and they say hydration break. Don't forget to hydrate, important lesson, but make sure also to tune into Minecraft Live to learn more, and then it's a picture of someone holding a water bottle under a tap. So this is really fun because, again, by itself, you might look at this and say, oh, Minecraft's adding drinkable water, the thirst meter is finally coming to the game, but again, if you combine it with the previous hints, we start to build a bigger picture, and this is the fun thing about these videos here, is we actually have to start combining all of these hints from different platforms, because by themselves right now, I still have very little idea what this new block is really going to do or consist of, but it's the Instagram hint, the fourth one, that really gives it away here, because here is Minecraft saying, better luck next time, make sure to tune into Minecraft Live to learn more, and then it says, you died, Steve fell off scaffolding, and then as you can see right here, in his inventory, he seemingly has 2 leather, 2 glass, and a piece of wool, if I'm not mistaken. This is incredibly interesting because it implies that if this new block had been crafted, Steve wouldn't have died. Something, Steve was doing something involving scaffolding, and if he'd have just crafted this in time, maybe from those items, he would be fine. Again, that might be a bit of a stretch. It's entirely possible that they just want to show that Steve was building something that requires 2 glass and 1 wool, but I think what is much more likely is that they've just revealed what might be the crafting recipe, or at least linked items for this. But get this, let's go even crazier and deeper into this one here. You can see that they've thrown the respawn in game menu options on there, but if we look in the background even further behind you died, you can actually see the obsidian and indeed the purple glint of a nether portal. That's right, this new item seemingly has something to do with the nether. They could have chosen to put anything in the background, and they chose to put a nether portal, which clearly means they're hinting at something with dimensions, right? I think the most likely way you could combine this, because by itself there's very little idea of what you can combine, but take this with the sponges and the water from before, and remember that sponges will instantly dry in the nether, and I think that is the nether link to this brand new item. I think that when you go to the nether, you will indeed be clever, because you can do something with this new item, especially in there. Anyway, those were the 4 hints for the 4 major social media platforms. There is arguably a 5th hint on the 5th one, and you're gonna have to tell me what you think of this, because here is Minecraft's Discord hint. Okay, this is a challenge, but do your best. As for my conclusion, well, I would say that whoever posted this, the Minecraft admin, lives in a snowy country, and I guess the closest thing I could tie this into is the fact that snowballs are sort of a PvP item. They're a multiplayer only item outside of blaze killing, I guess, and so maybe this is a hint at a multiplayer focused update, but this one actually seems like it's the red herring. If we take all of the other hints combined, they actually slowly build us a picture of a brand new item / block in Minecraft that will presumably prevent you from dying, and that has some sponge-like properties, both in terms of how it absorbs water, but also in terms of the fact that it might have something to do with the Nether, and indeed that it's going to be something incredible to watch. It is going to be the flagship feature of Minecraft's next update, so we know it's got to be something exciting, whereas the snowball just seems like something else entirely, but it could be that maybe, unlike the original sponge, this sponge, type block that will save your life could interact with snow in some way. Anyway, those are the fun hints that Minecraft has dropped on Minecraft Live, and I've got to say, I'm loving this system they're getting into of trying to actually promote their show. I do feel like, getting the actual hype for Minecraft Live is kind of hard, and every time just before the show, they do a really good job of getting people invested, and it kind of shows that Minecraft can do hints well, just like the 4J days, and they're just kind of choosing not to for all updates, something I think is very intriguing to say the least. Speaking of intriguing, this was a really good campaign from Minecraft, right? But they actually also kind of messed this one up because they did it on the same day as announcing these brand new capes. There is a Minecraft movie cape you can get for both TikTok and Twitch, and what's fascinating is they didn't reveal this in their announcement post, but if you look at the capes, they're actually going to look like Jack Black's face. That's right, there's not one, but two Jack Black capes coming to Minecraft. I think this is too much, personally. I think it's kind of ridiculous, but they also announced, again, exactly today, the same day that they should be trying to build the hype for Minecraft Live, they've also announced a DLC collaboration with the country of New Zealand. Yeah, that, you know your game's getting big when they manage to get a collab with a whole country. So this is Aotearoa, New Zealand, a brand new Minecraft map that lets you explore apparently 6 famed spots: Waitomo Caves, Rotorua, Kapiti Island. Anyway, interestingly enough, I haven't heard of most of these places, but I have been to the second of those, and so I just needed to know, is this actually an accurate reflection of real life? Because again, I like Rotorua a lot, so we need to find out. Look at that, it really is sponsored by New Zealand. What a wild thing. This is the world we live in. Okay, you know what? Actually, this does look vaguely like how I remember it does. I remember it smelling very strongly of sulfur too. But this is kind of cool that you could explore it in Minecraft, and then presumably they want you to explore it in the real world too. When I came here, by the way, I accidentally got shepherded into like a school trip. They assumed I was one of the teachers, so they put me in a room, and then I was kind of locked in there. It was a whole thing. I made friends with one of the teachers, though. It was a good time. But yeah, it looks vaguely like how it did in 2018, I guess. So good job. Ooh, do you think I'd die if I go in the pit? I should if it's being realistic. It's not being realistic. Anyway, while we're here in the Bedrock beta, let's go ahead and explain what's inside of it before we jump back to what Jeb has to say about Minecraft Live and his very strange hints he's been making. So yeah, the Bedrock beta is very interesting because it shows us exactly what is inside of the next Minecraft update, as well as indeed some hints about what might be coming to both Bedrock and Java to do with flying mobs. But first things first, immortal mobs. This was a bug which they fixed in last week's beta, and so many people were upset and wrote on the bug tracker about that they had to write this big red text I've never seen before, basically telling people not to do precisely that. However, this week they've decided to revert the change, citing that it doesn't fit into their goals for the platform. Very interesting. But also this week they've decided to discontinue VR devices, as well as discontinue older gen mobile devices. So these are the ones that won't be getting the next update. It's exactly what Minecraft said they'd be doing after March, and so now we can see they're doing it. Also incredibly interesting, something we can't see they're doing, but we can get some hits for, is the fact that they've added all these flying components, or all these, rideable mob components, which is interesting because it looks to a lot of people like Minecraft are hinting there's going to be a new flying rideable mob. This could be true, and it could fit into the new block in some way, but I think what they're actually seeing are brand new components for add-on creators, because if we're being entirely honest, the 1.20, 1.80 update looks like it mostly will be a technical one right now. So I would say there's basically no reason to be excited, except, wait, what's that? Smokey Stack's been doing some data mining, and he's found even more code that indicates that they are going to be adding custom superflats into the Ore UI update when they do that for the menu. That's right, 1.20, 1.80 might have, even if it's just experimental, the first version of custom superflat for Bedrock, something we've been asking for 8 years now. I am amazed if this is true, and I am so excited for it to be, but we won't know until the future. For now, this is a fairly small preview and beta, and hopefully this covers what you need to know about it. If it does not though, maybe you'd be interested to see what Jeb has to say about the next updates. Oh wait, actually, no, there is one last important thing. You might be wondering why it is that we're in deferred rendering right here, and the answer as to why we are is because Minecraft have increased the minimum requirements if you're playing on mobile devices, if you want to do that. A lot of people were saying it was quite ridiculous that you could have deferred rendering on mobile, but I'll be honest, I think the option to have on every device is nice, especially if you're playing on the higher end iPhones or Android phones, and so now you'll have precisely that. Also, while we're here, I could show you sponges. Look, they already exist, it's crazy. And their correct tool is the hoe. So, you know, maybe this tells us something. Maybe Minecraft are gonna hoe around at Minecraft Live. I don't know what that means, but I feel like I implied something I shouldn't have. Speaking of hoeing around, Jeb has been posting pictures of his melons to his Blue Sky account recently. Blue Sky is the kind of Twitter alternative that many Minecraft developers use, and interestingly enough, you can see that Jeb has posted this picture of some very square, very green melons, as well as this picture of him saying, what kind of wizardry is this? Now, at first, you might be thinking, oh, this is exciting, it's a Minecraft Live hint, because it's clearly referencing the stage they built this year. However, based on this one response here, where he says not at the moment, he's in LA for a Minecraft movie premiere, I actually assume that this is him trying to promote the movie. He actually has a really interesting response to someone asking, how do you feel about the movie's marketing, where he says it's actually a lot of fun to do, but of course it's also new and unusual to us, so requires a bit of getting used to, and I thought that was hugely interesting. But I also thought it was hugely interesting that he responded to you know, I don't know how to say this now, Aux FT Verd, who says, hello gents, I was wondering if the content that will be revealed in the live will be related to the snapshots nature theme, or if it's unrelated. Thanks for what you've been doing in the community, and I just want to be able to say right here, I could have answered this for you. The spring/nature theme is for the current Minecraft drop, and it's the next Minecraft drop which is going to be revealed, but I guess that is also a Minecraft messaging concern. Anyway, the response from Jeb is, guess you have to watch the show to find out. He also had a very interesting response to Mega vs. Prime, you know, someone you might recognize from this channel from over a decade ago, but he says, is there any features which got removed from Minecraft that you wish stayed in the game? And he says, I can't think of any. We don't remove stuff very often. This tells me, you know, I mean, mostly it's kind of fun because Jeb has forgotten about all of the removed features from Minecraft, but also it's interesting because of the fact that it tells us he's probably not re-adding any features, and so the infinite possibilities for something sponge and water related have gone down to infinite minus about 25, because it isn't probably going to be an old idea. So yeah, what is Jeb actually hinting at with all of these weird tweets about melons and mystical sets? I think he's telling us that the Minecraft movie stuff at Minecraft Live is going to be a big focus, because again, literally days before the reveal of the next big update, potentially the next 3 big updates realistically, Jeb is focusing on the Minecraft movie. This is a really interesting decision, and it does raise questions about, sure, should you focus on the drops which happen every 3 months regardless, or should you focus on that once, literally took you a decade to release movie? Well, that is the hard struggle, and it seems like we have an answer as to what Mojang thinks is the priority right here. Are they correct in making that decision though? Also of note, by the way, we learned this from Twitter, which is very interesting because Jeb and a lot of other Minecraft developers don't post over there, posting on an alternate platform, whereas Minecraft themselves still actively do. Now, the official explanation for this is the fact that they probably just want the most reach. They have a big account and they can reach a lot of people there. It's one of the biggest platforms. But what's interesting about this is how it shows there's a huge divide between the people who actively work on the game and the people who actively run the game. The capital and the employees are always going to be at odds in any corporation, and it's just interesting to see because, of course, employees are getting paid a fixed amount, and so their goals are not directly profitability. That's not that exciting compared to making the world a better place or making the company better to work for, whereas the business thinks money, 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 money. It's so good. New Zealand tourism, yes please, yes please. Jack Black merchandise, give us more of that. Movies, we want multiple movies and a Netflix show. Give it to us all right now. And there is always going to be an interesting and stark contrast between the business's goals and the individual's goals, and trying to solve that is, ultimately the fact that that exists is always one of the biggest sources of corporate cognitive dissonance. When it looks like a company is doing actively opposite things, it's because the company goals and the individuals who run the company goals are not always aligned, and solving that problem is something that seems very easy, but actually hasn't been. I mean, cooperatives or company share schemes seem like they'd solve it, but the business interests and the people who work for the business seem to never quite be aligned. And anyway, with that said, to come back into the Minecraft block, I think that the interests of a sponge and the interests of a new block and water really can't easily align themselves. And so what do I think is coming? I don't know. I think it's going to be one of those things that's very obvious in 5 days, but if you have a great prediction, I would like to know what it is, and if I see one that seems like it magically makes sense, then I'll make sure to pin it and include it in my next video. For now, I just got back from a long flight from Romania, and again, I've learned to stop trying to plan when Minecraft stuff will happen, because it's just going to change by the time I've started booking travel around it. And with that said, I hope you didn't mind this video being a little later than usual, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one, because for now, I'm gonna go sit on my sofa and play Outer Wilds. Goodbye.